want to say good morning, but it's past noon at this point. I had a little bit of a scheduling conflict issue this morning. Let me tell you a little story. Have you ever been booked onto a workout class that doesn't exist? Yeah. I thought I had this morning planned down to a T. I thought I'm gonna go into town, do this Pilates class. I had about 20 minutes in between. I thought I'd be able to grab a quick little breakfast somewhere and then head to my brow appointment. And then I would be home and it would be like 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I'll be able to just like get showered, get on with my day, and like what a great productive start to the day. And it was all going so well. I woke up before my alarm. Like you saw, like my morning, it was running like clockwork, quite honestly, until I got to the workout studio and there was no one there. I'm not sure what happened. They're not sure what happened either. It's just one of those things, a computer says no moment, but you just gotta laugh. So I took myself out for breakfast in the end and then went to my brow appointment, and then I had a bit of a gap. You know what? I actually had a great morning. I was like, right, I've got a bit of a gap. Here's what I'm gonna do, go to Waitrose. You know me, half an hour in Waitrose on my own. That's a good day right there. So I had a little peruse, picked up a few things, and then finally went to my Reformer Pilates class, which was my first Reformer Pilates class since, I think, last summer. It's been a really long time. My favourite studio in Hove actually closed down, so it had been a while, but it was really good. It was called the Reformer Collective. It's by Palmyra Square, so kind of like very central Brighton Hove location, and it was really cool. The studio was so beautiful. It's like such a lovely sunny day. I think there's about 16 reformers in there, so it's quite like a big class, very hardcore. I did a class with Maddie and I was like, yeah, this I'm trembling, I am shaking. So I got back more lunchtime than mid-morning, but that's okay. I've had my shower, I'm doing my skincare, and actually this video is sponsored by Merit, and we just need to talk about the Great Skin Instant Glow Serum. It is so good. I've used a lot of serums in my life, but this is the perfect skin prep. Like, this makes your skin so juicy. I'll do a little close-up in a minute. And I feel like it's the perfect partner to the Minimalist, which is their complexion stick product, which we'll get to in a bit, but I'm really enjoying using this. Like, obviously I'm using it as part of my skincare routine now. I'm just gonna apply a touch of moisturizer and then obviously SPF over the top. But it also makes a really nice kind of skin prep product. If you're anything like me, sometimes the time of me doing my skincare routine in the morning to actually put makeup on, it's like 2 hours. I might do my skincare before Ralph gets up, and then by the time I actually have time to put makeup on my face, it's many hours, many days have passed. And it's a really good product to use as like a prep almost before you go in with the Minimalist. So sometimes I do that, but like my skin is gonna be juicy right now, so I have time to put on my makeup right now. That's lovely. Oh no, I'm running out of SPF. I'm trying my hand at a few more workout classes outside the house, just to mix it up a bit, but it did make me realize like Peloton are really onto something here. Like the fact that I can get ready, go upstairs, do a 20-minute Peloton and just walk downstairs and have a shower, and that whole process, even like with a shower, could take like 45 minutes, is so convenient, and actually is one of the things that has made me work out a lot more consistently recently. Because actually driving into town, doing a workout, coming back, that's like almost a 2-hour routine for me. And it's definitely not something I feel like I can fit in on a working day. I need to find a time in my routine, probably once Ralph has gone to bed, to be honest. I think an evening, like 7:30 class is probably a bit more doable for me, but it was really nice to try out, and I will be heading back. Just gonna do something with my hair. I'm probably gonna Peloton tomorrow, so I'm just gonna see like, can we make this work? I think the answer is yes. Right, let's go put some makeup on. It's no secret that when Merit launched in the UK, finally, I was very excited. But since then, I've had a good like couple of months to test out all the products. And I mean, if you follow my videos, if you follow my stuff on Instagram, you will see how some of those products have just become everyday must-haves in my routine. So I thought I would do a video just sharing with you my favorites, how I use them in my routine, the different colors that I use, like my top picks. All first Merit orders ship with this absolutely gorgeous makeup bag. It is so nice. It's like a proper, like you could wear this as a proper little clutch. Look at this. That's a little clutch bag right there. Right, what have we got in here? Number one, the Minimalist. This is Merit's complexion product, kind of foundation, concealer, all in one, a coverage that you can build with this handy little brush. I've used this with different brushes in my routine with makeup sponges, but I have to say the Merit brush, this is like the perfect marriage. I use the shade Linen, and I love that I can just spot apply it where I need it, which is obviously under my eyes, a little bit on my chin. I sort of stripe it across my cheeks a little. I take a little dark spot area, and then at the moment I've got a little spot up there, and I might take a bit around my brows because they're a bit red from the threading. And then I can just take the blender brush and just push that in. It's basically everything is really buildable, like natural but buildable. Kind of like to do a first swipe, and then if there's anywhere else where I feel like I need a little bit more, tad more under my eyes, a little bit more under my eyebrow, you can just add it on, blend it in. Also works really nicely with fingers as well. I just find it a little bit quicker to apply with the brush. Next up is the Bronze Balm. This comes in 5 different shades. I'm using the shade Clay. It's designed to be just a foolproof bronzer. Like, anybody can use this bronzer. It's super sheer, it's super easy to blend out. You can use it as a bit of a contour slash bronzer product, but it's in such a gorgeous cream finish that it's just so quick. I feel like Clay really warms up the complexion and just brings a really nice like glow to the face. Not that I want to pick favorites here, but the Flush balms are so good. I mean, you know, I'm not really a blush kind of person, but they're almost like a watercolory finish in that I just feel very comfortable in these. I feel like they give that natural flush without looking too overdone, without adding like too much redness back into my cheeks. It's a very easy to use foolproof formula. I have 4. Persimmon is one of their new shades. I actually haven't got around to using this one yet, but it's kind of like a orangey, you know what, I will swatch it for you. Like quite an orangey apricot shade. Stockholm is a new color as well, almost like a bubblegum pink. Look at that one, it's so fun. Fox, Fox is like tied for my favorite, but I think I've gone back to my original one. But Fox again is a new shade. It's a bit of an interesting one because it kind of looks like a brownie, like burnt red in the stick. But on the cheeks, it's this really nice, like bronzery kind of red sort of shade. But my favorite is this one. Beverly Hills. It's a peachy pink. It's a peachy pink. Look at that. There you go. There they are all swatched. How good is this product? You can just pop it on the tops of the cheeks. I kind of apply it where I would apply highlighter. And again, just blending in the product with that brush, and I just try and keep it quite high on the cheeks. It was the original shade that I tried, and I've just gone back to it because I just think it adds such a good flush to my complexion. So if you're like me and you're a little bit blush averse, Beverly Hills Flush Balm from Merit. I've just applied a bit of brow product and eyeshadow, and I've just come front on so you can like see everything a little bit easier. At the end, I'll talk through my products that I'm like, right, if you're gonna get anything from Merit, get these. But spoiler, one of them is the Clean Lash mascara. Now, you know me, I feel like I'm quite fussy with mascaras. I have like the same 3 that I keep on rotation. And previously I'm like, it has to be waterproof. It has to be a waterproof mascara. Now this is a tubing mascara, so it is easier to remove than a waterproof mascara, but it's smudge proof, it lifts, it like keeps a curl, all those kinds of things, and it is really, really, really good. I'll show you like a little, I'm gonna zoom you in so you can see like a before of the lashes. Oh, this is good because you can see a close up of the skin as well. I mean, look at that glow. Right, these are the lashes before. I'm just gonna try and build up the lashes, focusing more on that outer corner. Also worth noting that this mascara, like the rest of Merit's lineup, is vegan, cruelty-free. We love to see it. And then this is the after. I just think you still get that fluttery, like very everyday effect while still adding like volume and a bit of like oomph. It's just the perfect in the middle everyday mascara, and I am obsessed. I really love a Merit lip product, can you tell? Sometimes I do take, where has it gone? A bit of Beverly Hills and put it on the lips. I feel like that works really well. Like the product is so creamy, it definitely doubles up. But their signature lipsticks are so nice. I've got Aperitif. This was from their limited edition Christmas collection last year, but like this is the only red that I own. It's so, so nice. But my 2 that I go between every day are Baby and Millennial. Millennial is a little bit more like brown mauve, I guess. And then Baby is a little bit more like classic kind of pinky shade. Very tempted to wear Baby today. I also really like the shade Slick Tinted Lip Oil. This is in the shade Au Natural. They've got some really nice shades in this lineup, and this is just a tinted lip oil in a very Au Natural shade. However, they have just brought out these are the Shade Stick Gelées, the tinted lip oils. I got all of them. I was just gonna get Jeté, I think that's how you say it. I was like, this is like me. I just know I'm gonna get use out of this. But then I was like, oh, Mapletown, nice if I want something a little bit deeper. Maraschino, like fun if I want something a little bit more like poppy for the summer. And then actually I'm really pleased I picked this one up, Ledoux. Like, let's get a close up on this one. The shade is unreal. I genuinely don't know what one to do today. I might just do Jeté because I feel like it's new and it's fun. And like, look at that. It's got that whole like pigment thing in that blooms when it goes onto your lips, and I just feel like this finishes the look off perfectly. It's really soft on the lips, it's unscented, it's the perfect addition to their already perfect lineup. If you can't already tell, I am so over the moon to be working with Merit on this video because I'm like, I genuinely love this brand. Okay, I tried to narrow it down, but I couldn't. I do really love the Minimalist. I love that it's like an all-in-one complexion product. And although I do love the Minimalist, I love it paired with the blending brush and also Great Skin. That's a set I would very highly be recommending. The Flush Balm in Beverly Hills, or just your shade of choice. I just think they're such a great product. Very buildable, very difficult to go like too over the top with. The Clean Lash, I feel like the results of this speak for themselves. Like, I always love my lashes when I'm wearing this, and I always like look at them and I'm like, they look good. And then the Signature Lip, probably in Baby. I'd say I get the most wear out of this shade, but Millennial is nice as well if I don't want something as pink. Maybe I will put this over the top just so you can see it on. See what I mean? It's the, what is it, MLBB, My Lips But Better. Like, this is my MLBB. There is so much to digest there, and I feel like I could genuinely talk about Merit for a full like hour, but I'm gonna cut myself off there and let's get dressed. Okay, this is the outfit of the day and I am feeling it. It has been such a long time since I wore these jeans. And this is really bad. They were just really creased and they needed a steam. And I steamed them and now I've sat down and they're creased again. But hence why I've been put off from wearing them. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna steam them, I'm gonna get them down. Obviously wearing the Dish Ada top that I just absolutely love. It is sold out of the black. What have we done? It's sold out of the black and I'm really upset about this because I feel like I also need it in the black, but I just absolutely love it. And then these are from COS. I'm not sure if they still do them, but I'm sure they still do some kind of Jeep. So I will link these down below for you with my Birkenstocks from Vinted. So yeah, just chilling around the house for the rest of the day. And I feel like this is an outfit that's gonna make me wanna get stuff done, you know? Time for a bit of lunch and Mark has made something delicious. I will put the recipe down below. It's one that we used to make back at the flat all the time. I think it's a Waitrose recipe and it's a sweet potato, broccoli and feta frittata. So good. I'm gonna show you it. Doesn't look much on the plate, but trust me, it tastes so good and it's a really good one to like make and then just reheat up for like a couple of days afterwards. And that is your lunch sorted. So BRB, just gonna eat some lunch. Oh, that was delicious. Okay, there are two things to tick off my to-do list this afternoon. Number one, I need to prep and like finish off and schedule last weekend's videos. That is like making the thumbnail, sorting out the description box, because if you guys know me and you know my videos, like I like a well-formed, very thought out, no questions needed to be asked description box. So I'm gonna go and do that. And then I would really like to have, oh God, I'm running out of time there, maybe an hour. I might do it on this little clock. I saw these all over my TikTok and then I got one and I was like, this is genius. You can just do that like however many minutes you want. It's just a little countdown clock and it really helps me to like focus and stay on task when all I want to do is like, maybe I just pop on TikTok and like reply to a few comments. Or there you go, that's the end of the timer. Or you know when emails keep popping up and you're like, oh, I replied to that email. It just helps me do like however long, half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, whatever, of extremely focused work. So maybe if I get up this YouTube video, I'm gonna see what the time is and then maybe I could do like 2 45-minute power throughs on that, because I would love to sit on my Notion, just where I've like been away and I haven't really got back in the swing of things like properly just yet. I really like to plan ahead and think of some ideas. I want to restart my newsletter, so I want to be thinking about that. Just thinking of content, just to like sit down, get a piece of paper, use one of my new pens. Oh my gosh, these pens are so good. And just have a real brain dump content moment. But first up, video. Let's do the description box first. You would have seen this by now. This is the thumbnail for last week's video. Very chuffed with it. I make them in Canva and they take me quite a long time to do, but I kind of enjoy trying to find all the elements. I've trialed a bit of a like scrapbooking type thumbnail since the beginning of this year, and it's really fun to like try and find different elements so that it's not necessarily just photos in every single thumbnail. I think it makes like for quite a cool, interesting thumbnail. And now I'm just gonna make a 1920 by 1080, like a little graphic that I can share on my Instagram stories. I just like use all of the same elements, but just put them on the page slightly differently. So let me just do that. Okay, and that is the larger graphic that will sit on my Instagram stories, hopefully, if I remember. Okay, that video is all done. That was about 40 minutes actually. That definitely could have been quicker. However, we realised, I was looking at my Notion and I was like, oh my gosh, that photo of like Ralph in the little header that I have of like little collage of photos at the top of my personal Notion. I was like, oh, that photo of Ralph is so cute. It's like a really old photo, but oh my God, he just looks so cute in it. And Mark's like, yeah, I thought that too, but I saw your video. And I was like, oh, oops, I hadn't scrolled down far enough into my Notion template and Ralph was just there in the corner of the screen. But Mark has re-edited the video. If you see like a black bar at the top of the video, it's basically hiding Ralph's face, but he's re-edited it, re-uploaded it, I finished it off, and that is now done. So one job, tick. Okay, I'm getting prepared. I'm making myself comfortable. I'm gonna set an hour on my timer. I've got my pen, I've got my paper, I've got my squash, my laptop. I've got my phone in case I need to reference it for something. I might need to like watch a TikTok or like have a look at a list or something on my phone. But ultimately the idea is, maybe I'll put do not disturb on. Do not disturb, right, do not disturb is on. This is my comfy spot. This little dip here is where I wrote like all of my book. It's my comfortable little thinking space. I'm gonna put my feet up. And I'm gonna spend the next hour planning for sort of the next month. I think that would be really awesome. I just find that sometimes it's better to put my ideas onto paper and then put it into Notion and like move stuff around. So yeah, let's do this. Twist it up and see you soon. I did it. My alarm went off a couple of minutes ago. And actually I did finish about 5 minutes before the alarm went off because I was at a very good end point. I was like, okay, I think I'm good. I have come up with ideas for the next 4 weeks, but I've only programmed 2 weeks of those into Notion because I go through and I basically like program in every single task to do with that piece of content, and then I assign it to either me or Mark or both of us, and I like try and put a date that I want to get it done in the diary. So that bit always takes longer than actually thinking of what I want to create, but I feel really good. That was exactly what I needed. Like I told you, sometimes you just need to get it down on paper and then it's nice to like input it digitally. So I just know where we're at. But it feels so good to know today is the Thursday, which is my last working day of the week. It feels really good to know that when we come back next week, I've like got a plan. I know what I want to do, whereas this week I felt a bit like floundering. I've just been doing like bits and bobs here and there, so it feels really good just to like know where we're at. I feel like we're finishing the week on a high. Also, let me know if you ever want to see like the content Notion. It's pretty extreme, but I love it. I finished up with a little bit of personal admin, sorting out my next brow appointment, you know, high priorities, and also booking more of those Pilates classes. I bought some credits and I was just like, I just think it'll be really nice to do. They do like later night sessions, so I think I might try and do like one of those weekly, but that is good. That's it for this video. I'm now off to go sort out the little man and probably get changed out of my all cream outfit because it is dinner time. But just to say a huge thank you to Merit for sponsoring this video. If there is anything that you fancy picking up, I will link everything down in the description box below for you. Also remember, free deliveries if your order is over £50. The signature bag ships with every first order, and they do free returns as well. Free returns, like that is not something that really happens in the beauty space in the UK. That is so cool. Merit are just all kinds of cool. So thank you so much to them for working with me on this video. Thank you so much for your support as always, and I hope you've enjoyed this little like getting back into the swing of things, seeing a little bit behind the scenes, and I will see you next week for a brand new video. Bye.